Good afternoon and welcome back to the Hammers Headlines. It's never ending in the West Ham world. It really is never ending. It doesn't matter what time of the year, there's just stories relentlessly coming out of our beautiful club that we support through thick and thin. This is your Hammers Headlines in association with our good friends over at Knees Up Motherbound, KUMB. Make sure you do go across there, of course, and check out all their fantastic comment. But I am here to bring you all the news about West Ham. And today, it's been dominated by the SPL, but not the SPL that we all think we know about, which is the Scottish Premier League. This is the Saudi Pro League, and the fact that they are about to make an audacious bid for our centre-half, Naif Aguerd. The situation that is coming out from Saudi Arabia is that they're going to make a big move for Aguerd, and we are led to believe that even though West Ham are saying Aguerd is not for sale, a stupid offer could tempt us. And I think, to be honest, as much as I would turn around and say to you, I don't want West Ham to become a selling club. I don't want West Ham situation to be thrown, under the bus for how much this season is progressing well as things stand. I think Aguerd's going to be a major part of that. But if a silly offer comes in, that could protect the future of West Ham moving forward. So hear me out. Al Ittihad have said that they're really, really interested in bringing Naif Aguerd into the club this summer window. Now, the ridiculous thing is that they have until Tuesday, at 7 p.m., I believe. No, sorry, is it Thursday, I believe, the 7th of September at 10 p.m. to get all their business done, which is ridiculous, if I'm being brutally honest. That gives them a whole other week on top of all the other clubs, and it's really unsettling for clubs to be able to try and move forward, but know that clubs can come in and tempt. And it's not the fact, it's the fact it's the SPL, because they have money, and they're going to throw big, big money at it. You're hearing reports of record bids coming in for Mo Salah. And if the money that is being touted around does come in, then I see why they would sell. And again, if some silly offer comes in for Naif Aguerd, I think West Ham would consider selling, because you'd be ridiculous not to if you're making treble what you would have bought the player for. I would be absolutely devastated. I would be absolutely gutted to lose him, and I hope we don't. And I hope we have the resolve to be able to turn around and say, see you later, SPL. But I think that is easier said than done. Reports are suggesting that as much as they're about to make a move and there's been no bid yet made for the player and the player is not for sale, the only way that they would do business for the player would be as if there was an extraordinary bid come in, because they would not be able to sign a replacement in time. Now, it doesn't make any sense for me that he would leave the club, but he could be in line to treble or quadruple what he earns weekly. So it takes into key interest on what actually would be the player's reference. There's so much to take into consideration here. It's not just as easy as West Ham just accepting an offer and Aguerd going off skate to the SPL in Saudi Arabia. But it doesn't really end there, because this is where the problem starts to really heat up. It's the fact that they're also interested, from what we're led to believe, in Pablo Fornal. So we're talking about squad depth and how key that is to West Ham season moving forward. And I don't think you can sell your soul just for the sake of making massive profits if you're not going to progress as a club and move forward. Therefore, the couple of players that I'm going to talk to you about from here onwards is really key why we have to build on success by building strength and depth, and Pablo Fornals fits that criteria. The situation is Nuno Espirito Santo is very keen to look at bringing in numbers and players, and that would be looking as part of the deal. Now, Pablo Fornals is not a regular starter for West Ham, but he is a key featured player in the squad. And with players that are obviously coming into the club, like Mohamed Kudus, that might not help the Fornals situation. Now, Fornals has entered his final year of his contract at the London Stadium. And even though West Ham are understood to have an option to extend his deal by a further 12 months, he could be heading out the door. And I'm not sure if you could necessarily blame him, because if he wants to play first-team football, but I would hope that he has lived and breathed the club so much that he's fallen in love with the situation. He signs a new contract with the club, and he goes on to become another cult hero that we have as well. I hope he does stay. I am intrigued to see what actually happens between now and Thursday, because that's me talking about two key squad players within West Ham. But like I said, we do have an option to extend his deal by a further year. So again, another extraordinary offer could be on the table. And I reckon Saudi Arabia clubs will be busy over the next couple of days. And I think they're sniffing around a few West Ham players. So we need to keep an eye on that. But that doesn't end there, because as much as we know about the Jesse Lingard situation, that he's been training at West Ham, trying to build up a lot of fitness and earn himself a contract, we're led to believe that he is now subject to a few of the Saudi Arabian clubs, and they're potentially offering him a couple of deals. Now, he did sign a reasonably lucrative deal at Nottingham Forest last year. It didn't really work out for him, but he's been training with West Ham, building up his fitness while earning or trying to earn a short-term deal with David Moyes. But it looks like they're going to come in now with a potential offer, and we're not sure essentially on paper what those offers are, but I wonder what that would be doing to tempt him. Now, we do know that Jesse Lingard is a bit of a homebird. He likes to be at home as well, in terms of with his family, etc., etc., etc. But he may look at the earnings, the generational wealth that he could earn when he goes across there. What that could do is really scupper West Ham's plans of strength and depth. And I think if we'd have known this in advance, if this is true, if this is led to be true, then we could have preempted that and planned better in the transfer window. What we can't do is lose all three. We can't lose the potential to sign up Jesse Lingard on a short-term deal. We can't lose Pablo Fornals and Naif Aguerd. I would accept one worst-case scenario, but whatever it is, as long as if we have a player signed on a contract and they are going to come in and spoil our ruins, then we need to get the money for it. We need to get bang for the buck. We need to get over the odds. We need to take them for as much money as we possibly can to benefit the club. It's all about benefiting West Ham and not filling and lining the pockets of the wrong people, as long as we know that money's going to get invested elsewhere. Essentially, though, I don't want Pablo or Naif to go, and I want West Ham to sign Jesse Lingard, because we need the squad depth, especially knowing that there's a couple of players off potentially to the AFCON come the winter. And it's going to be really vital for us to ensure that we do have cover in all of those areas. That there you go. There's your Hammers headlines for today. It's not necessarily a great one to talk about. It's potentially two outgoings at the club and one free signature that we could be bringing in, not coming to the club. But like I said, this is all reports close to the situation. There's nothing set in stone, so you have to bear with us and bear with all the reports that are coming out. And obviously, come Thursday, 10 o'clock, we hope that we've still got players under our belt. And this may speed up the process of West Ham trying to sign Jesse Lingard and bringing him in. So bear with us on that. Join us later on. There may be some shows coming out, if not tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, for another West Ham Daily. Take it easy, everyone. And of course, subscribe, like, and comment. Of course, come on, you irons.